Got Knighty on the left, crazy win rate, crazy top 8 appearances, and an OG. And fighting Litenang on the right. Also a lot of appearances, none of them top 8, but still a good win rate. So I don't think Litenang is out.
Yeah, if you've crossed 50% win rate, you're definitely a serious contender. But yeah, Lightning is also a pretty old hand at this. Like, this is their 12th MT. First joined in MT4. So that they also have a lot of experience here.
Yeah, they're well over 100 matches between these two players.
You mean like
I feel like some of the first mystery tournaments probably didn't even have like 100 matches.
Didn't the first one only have like 32 people?
Something like that.
I mean, that makes sense. You're getting off the ground. You're getting the people who just hear about it here and there and show the most interest.
Yeah, 32 players. And if each player needs to lose twice, then that's 63 matches.
I think that's right.
Is it? Wouldn't it be 32?
Well, you have to lose twice to get knocked out, right?
Yeah, but there's two people in a match.
But only one of them loses.
Oh yeah. I'm not good at like statistics. This is like near
No, it's not statistics.
It's like near statistics. It's got like some of the same characteristics, I think, this kind of math.
Yeah. And it can be less or +1 depending on whether the person who wins it all never loses or loses once.
Yeah, that's Andy's secret to having an insane win rate. Because skips the losses.
Yeah.
Like if in grands, like the person who went through losers bracket beats the winners, is that like to reset the bracket? That's technically a match in itself.
Yeah.
So that would be a +1 if they go to that.
Right, we have matches that have happened.
Actually, the way that we do it,
we
don't do the bracket reset, right? We just give a 1-game advantage.
Oh, we don't? Oh,
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I feel like bracket reset would be better.
Full disclosure, this is my first MT, so.
Yeah. It's different. It's still a significant advantage for the person in winners, but it's different. There are some situations where it favors one person and certain situations where it favors another.
Right.
I don't know enough about the statistics to know how to assess it really one way or the other. But I do know it's different, and I do know it makes it a lot easier to do our final event when we do it this way.
I guess, yeah. And we had Knighty playing Plumbo in Not So Flat. I don't know. It was a pretty boring.
I believe the term that was used by the competitors was precision puzzle platformer.
Yeah, but like all the wrong kinds of precision. Like it wasn't Celeste precision. It was I don't know, trying to stack boxes on top of each other.
Not timing precision, but like pixel precision. You had to make jump in the correct position.
And like trying to judge if a jump is possible.
Right.
And then beating Salmon Buffalo in Memorial Pillage, which was a pretty interesting, I don't know, like
Yeah, that was a little experimental puzzle platformer itself.
Kind of Prince of Persia-ish, honestly.
Yeah, a little bit of that. It was different enough that we didn't want to reject it, despite having some sort of navigation stuff going on that got both players, actually.
Right, yeah, I remember that.
And then we had Litenang beating Kieran H in the craziest fireman match ever, where one player didn't skip any dialogue, which in a past race against Alpha 5 lost them that race, like not Kieran H, but whoever Alpha 5 was fighting. But then Kieran H game overed, and apparently that's horrible because you restart the entire game. So that was very unfortunate for Kieran.
Yeah, we thought the match was completely over.
Yeah, like
in one way, and then it was completely over in another.
Yeah, and then like the only way out for Kieran was that Litenang also game overs, but it I don't think Litenang even got close.
No, the Litenang had like 4 lives left or something.
And then another race that was unfortunately very all or nothing.
Yeah,
Litenang versus Polari in a very cool, very good game, Donkey Kong 94. The pacement didn't include any information about the original Donkey Kong games, just kind of took it for granted that someone might not know how to beat the last level of Donkey Kong, and Polari didn't. And if you don't know, it's weird. Like it is it's weird. Unlike anything else.
Yeah. You gotta jump over the trusses to take them out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, tried other stuff and game over twice, doing that stuff before finding what they needed to do, and those 2 game overs just ended the race right there on the spot.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate.
It's weird because in the first 3 stages, all you do is get to the top, and then in the last one, it's really easy to get to the top too. So you're like, alright, let me get to the top. Nothing happens. Let me run into Donkey Kong. He just grabs my head and smashes me on the ground or something. I forgot what happened.
Yeah.
It looked pretty.
I'll hit him with a hammer. No, he still just grabs me and kills me.
Yeah.
I'll stand on this platform. It doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, next to Pauline. Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Kill all the enemies, doesn't do anything.
I mean, that is part of like we try to have. Well, all these matches are games that either competitor hasn't seen before, and like sometimes it's an entire series a competitor has never touched. So that does lead to situations where it's just like lack of game knowledge, you know.
Is a moderator gonna get this match? Hint, hint.
Not yet. I'm
not a moderator. I cannot help you with this.
Technically, I think I have enough access to things to do it. I don't like doing it when I am on commentary.
I don't like doing it because so many matches have gone to moderator call. Oh.
Okay, IDs here.
Mr. Identification has.
Unfortunately, that means all of our talking about these racers and their empty runs so far.
Yeah, we can do it again. Wow. Look at Knighty. 6 top 8s. Wow.
I propose that we talk about the true hero of the firemen, Danny.
Danny is the protagonist, and you're the escort NPC that is really annoying to keep track of, who keeps running into fire and falling behind. Danny is the fireman.
If the fireman was a manga, Danny would be using the fire cleaving wind / axe style. He would be the protagonist with the superpower and a special martial art and his own harem. And you know what? I don't know.
Everyone would keep telling him like why do you shouldn't use the axe? That hose is much better. And he'd be like, no, I'm gonna do it my way.
Yeah, and he does it, and he succeeds.
And then the big bad guy is, I don't know, sentient fire.
He just walks up to the sentient fire and whacks at it with his axe. That's how much of a hero Danny is.
And then there's just 2 pages of reaction shots from the entire support team and the fire.
Every enemy in the game is just some form of sentient fire.
Yeah. There were those rogue security bots that were on fire. I guess maybe the bots themselves aren't really enemies, they're just kind of victims of the fire.
Oh wait, that's why the robots are attacking you. The sentient fire hacked the robots.
Yeah, it's like brainwashed by the fire.
Whoa.
It was so funny that we raced the game and I immediately remembered, oh man, there was this partner of yours, Danny, who was so good. And then the entire race, he's like the only guy who's doing things right. He's always looking at you when you fall down.
Yeah.
Danny is the best character.
Wait a second, Danny. There are going to be some backdrafts here after you get hit with a backdraft, and Danny is just standing there completely unscathed.
Yeah, Danny ducked. You didn't duck.
Yeah, man, I know. I'm right here.
Also, Danny is the only one who can open doors. Usually that's the NPC's job.
Also, the fact that if it's sentient fire, then it and Wild Arms 2 might be tentatively connected.
You remember at the start of today, I said, we have 6 matches today, and then realized we have 5 matches today. I am happy to report we do have 6 matches today.
Did another one get scheduled? Oh, it's a double.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it will be tough to pick a game for because it's simultaneously a losers 3 and a winners 3.
Just give him pull 2.
So are games siloed by winners and losers? Like, are there certain games that can't be used in losers?
Not winners, losers, but we have early rounds and late rounds. Losers 3, I don't think is an early round, but I think I'm in the minority in that opinion. And I would think winners 3 is pretty late. It's less about late and early, I guess, and it's more about you don't want 2 evenly matched opponents to get this particular game, because then it's very likely to be kind of coin flippy as to who actually wins.
Right, okay.
But it's if one player is clearly better than the other, then this game will still work. We don't need to reject it, sort of thing. Or sometimes a game is just really, really hard, and we think a new player would have a bad time, whereas a really good player would deal with the difficulty, and it would work for them. And so those ones are late only.
I mean, we do have a fair amount of new players this go round who are also just like hitting it out of the park.
Yeah. I think a lot of them have already advanced far enough that probably some late only games could potentially come their way.
What's going on in this music?
Something very dramatic is happening.
This is apparently Mega Man.
Mega Man X.
Is this a rock opera about Mega Man X?
I think so.
Zero having a song about Iris dying?
I think so.
What a world we live in.
Okay, a game has been drawn, but it's a potential pitfall in terms of tech and setup. So
yeah, there is like, make sure your video settings are exactly this. Make sure that run a registry file. Ooh.
Yeah, so I think we'll hold off talking about this until we're sure it's all good.
Yep.
It's not actual pitfall.
Who was the anime girl's name?
Marivel Armitage.
What game is she from?
Wild Arms 2.
Really?
Yes.
The NES? Oh no.
The PlayStation 1 game.
I was thinking of like Wild Guns, maybe?
Oh, no. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I was thinking of Wild Guns. I was like, really? He's from Wild Guns?
Yeah, remember that part with Wild Guns with the giant mech showed up?
Yeah.
And the vampire controlled it?
That was a good... I like that part.
Something weird happened with the prediction. The previous prediction, I went to close it, and it gave me an error, and now it's like open again.
No, it says prediction ended.
Does it?
Yeah, there's no prediction. Who will win, Litenang or Knighty?
Yeah, the new...
Right,
also, Lightning's name is...
Yeah, it's
the
like...
commentator channel, this is what I'm looking at.
The commentator channel?
And this bar is like ticking down.
No, that's just what it said. That's really how it goes. I'm not kidding. It's just like the timer until this notice disappears that the prediction is over.
Wow.
It's how it's supposed to happen, I swear. It's really weird and I hate it and I think it's bad design, but it's how it's supposed to.
Yeah, instead of just giving you, like, the time, it's just like, hey, we're just gonna represent the time as this tiny bar.
Yeah, but why even show the time at all?
Yeah,
Also, when I went to make a prediction, it first said I needed to close the other one, even though I feel like that probably was already done a long time ago. And then when I went to click it, it was like error.
Well, ID was interrupting you.
Did ID close it and then make a new one? Was it open this whole time?
Anyway, get your points in. I want to see at least 100k in total.
There were 200k on that previous one.
Okay, so I want to see 300k then. That sounds unrealistic.
That's so many points. I clicked dismiss message too many times and now I can't see what people are doing. Okay, here it is. I see it. There's like 50k on the line.
Yeah, more. Get 300k in there. I mean, these points are useless anyway as far as I know.
I have sent in my completely impartial points. All of them. They're all on the line.
All the points?
All the points. No, sorry. They're clues.
There will be
Not
points
for
soon.
long.
Yeah.
Yeah. The people have voted.
Yeah, get those points in.
I love the music in Perfect Dark.
Is that the N64 game?
Yeah.
Yeah, the music's good.
Oh, now I can use the dashboard to check on the player's streams. One of which isn't up yet, and the other is just like a file explorer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I figured this was going to be... This was a long process. The players are playing this under different circumstances than I did, because this game would crash whenever I alt-tabbed. So, you wouldn't be able to, like, ready up and, like, look at RaceBot or whatever, and then, like, go back into the game. It would just crash. So, TPC rewired everything, repackaged it all.
Apparently, Pwned Noob has voted for the wrong person because they were reversed in the prediction order.
I didn't want to say it, but why is Litenang left in the prediction and Knighty on the right?
Because we're a good channel.
What a scam! I noticed it too. I was gonna bet on the left one. Because, hey, 6 stars. Oh, that's Litenang. Never mind. I mean, you get.
How
You
do I
get-
help?
But you can't. It's messed up forever.
No, Lightning needs help with the game.
Oh, Lightning needs help.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest what Internet Twitch was suggesting. Oh, that's a bad.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Discorrupted is not what you want to hear. FFAO was the one who tested this with this setup, so hopefully FFAO can help. It ran great for me as long as I didn't alt-tab, or it would crash. Also, my timer for some reason would crash all the time when this game was running, so I had to just like eyeball my time. Which was kind of long, actually. Like 55-ish minutes.
That was your tester time?
Really? That's kind of surprising for the genre, I feel.
Yeah, it's a substantial goal. And it's a cool game. I hope we get to see it.
Right, I'll be right back. Don't start without me. Because you can't.
We cannot.
Yeah, I'll be back very soon.
All right, so this is where we take control over over this deck from him, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've got the dashboard here.
Yeah. We can take Mystery Funhouse from him. We can just do it. It looks like our tech issues might have been cleared up.
Yes and no. I still don't see a stream from Knighty. And if I remember right, there's been some stuff Knighty's had trouble getting running for some top 8 stuff in the past too.
Alright, are we ready yet?
Not even close. PPC's always going on about how bad his computer is, but he was able to get this game going.
Lightning has fixed their disc mounting issues, but we still do not have a stream from Knighty. So.
I mean, normally, let's say, oh, wait, where did they get a game then? But I think with Knighty, we can be sure that his stream is working. I think he's got this figured out.
So later today, I don't know if we're going to try to bridge this next gap. There's going to be a...
Ooh, there may be a break,
yeah. 1.5 hours, I think, maybe.
Yeah.
I think this one's going to be a long match.
Yeah, if this takes an hour, there will be 1.5 hours.
I have ideas, but they're probably not ones you'd want to stream.
Okay.
Are they related to blind racing?
I was gonna say, like, I don't know, Blaze Blue friendlies. I don't know.
I don't think I will be playing or restreaming fighting game. Not my genre. I actually know quite a bit about fighting games because I watched my brother play hundreds of hours of Street Fighter 4 and several things like Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Mortal Kombat, whatever. But I do not play fighting games.
Yeah, they're I don't know. It took me a while to like get to the point now where I can just like, just go and have some fun, win, lose, who cares? And generally like know what's happening in a match beyond, well, what is this? This guy's just summoning a bunch of ghosts on top of me. What do I do about this?
Who are these characters? Who's on the left? Who's Knighty's avatar?
Man, I don't know.
I thought you knew all the characters.
The right might be...
What? You gotta recognize the right one?
I just know Wild Arms, man.
The left one looks like an actual drawing. The right one looks like...
The hoodie is very distinctive. It might be... I don't remember her name. The main character's little sister from Rascal Dreams of Bunny Girl.
Sure.
But I don't recognize... We get a little bit of the outfit the girl on the left is wearing. I don't recognize that.
The hair looks like that.
No mask.
The hair looks like that crazy lady from that one anime.
That crazy lady from that one anime.
Yuno Gasai.
Yuno Gasai.
He's from Phone Whatever Diary anime.
Still don't know what you're talking
Come on,
about.
what the hell? Chat. Help me out here. It's her name is Yuno Gasai, as far as I know, and she's from some anime about Phone Diary. Yeah, the yandere thing.
I mean, honestly, I would have thought that she was a Toho character, but she's not wearing a hat, so that's not right.
Maybe I could ask Knighty.
Oh, Mirai Nikki. I guess translates to whatever you were saying. Yuno Gasai.
Do you know Japanese?
Oh! Yeah, it might be Future Diary.
I know Mirai is Future. I don't know Nikki. Nikki.
It's Diary, probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Just a hunch.
Misty from Yu-Gi-Oh! Possible.
Yeah, actually, looking at the protagonist. I guess you could call them the protagonist. A Future Diary. This looks like her.
I don't think it's...
I mean, she also doesn't have a knife on her anywhere.
I think the outfit is wrong. I don't even know what her outfit is, but I don't think it's this.
She is wearing several outfits in these pictures.
At the same time.
Kaide Azusagawa is who I think the one on the right is.
I did ask Knighty. Knighty isn't replying, it's a secret.
I think also Knighty is frantically trying to set up a difficult to install.
That's why I didn't ping
game.
him. That's why I put a space between Knight and E. But it doesn't annoy him while he's trying to set up this weird game.
Ears are wrong on this hood, and there's no eyes or nose. It's probably not this character.
Maybe it's the main character from that anime where she's a bear.
Yeah, this is. Wait.
She's a bear.
She wears a bear costume, and it's some isekai.
Are you talking about the one?
It's pretty recent.
You're always talking about the recent ones. I don't know the last like 2 years.
That's the one my friend watches. That's why I know those. Yeah, Kuma Bear Show. Yeah, I know it's not her, but it's kind of like related-ish.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the one where.
Orange hoodie, little gremlin girl.
Can you believe that we're getting more and more viewers while doing this and not less?
Yeah, we're talking about anime, man. It's the kind of popular thing among the internet kids these days.
It is a bear. Himoto Imaru-chan. She wears a little bear hoodie.
Isn't Inaru dog?
Oh, I get what you were saying now.
Umaru.
Her name is Yuno Gasai.
Oh, that's the one I was talking about.
Yes.
I don't think this is Himoto Umaru-chan.
What? No, it's not. I just said that's a girl with a bear hoodie.
Okay.
When you said someone was talking about that, and I was like, "Oh, were you thinking of this maybe?"
This is a Toho. I knew it.
Ata no Kokoro. Yeah, that looks like her. Yeah, we found her. Now we have to find the right one. Or the left one in the prediction, I guess.
Expertly honed Toho senses.
Nice. Good job, CFB 90. We
were
did
wondering
it.
about both. Kakegurui? Is that the gambling one? Yeah, it is. I don't think anyone looks like that in that show. Oh, but there is a character who has like a bear hoodie. That's true. Forgot about her.
I have asked Lightning. Yes. The stem is paint.
Just drew a little thing.
Yeah, that's fine. Mystery anime girl edit. I mean, that's gotta be hard when there's like a black-haired anime lady with long hair. Could be anyone.
They're also like, do you need a name, right? Because there are so many characters, even from shows that I love, who I just cannot for the life of me remember the name of them.
I mean, I think for the identification part, a name would probably be required.
You can't just say that's the protagonist from this show.
I think that would be fair. Like, oh, it's the Future Diary crazy lady. It's clear who you mean.
It's all about how picky you want to be.
What if we put this on like a grading scale based on who's like participating in the guessing? Like Price is Right rules, whoever gets closest.
Without going over, how do you identify someone too hard? What are you talking about?
Oh, we have a game on Litenang's screen.
Without linking the Wikipedia page, I don't know.
Oh, and we have a game on Knighty's screen. We're going.
Oh, I was about to crop it, and then I got a purple screen, so maybe I'll do that in 30 seconds if you don't beat me to it.
Without you uploading a picture of you cosplaying as the character. I feel that would be identifying someone too hard.
At that point, you've gone too far. Or not, whatever.
But I'm gonna wait until both players are ready before I switch to the game. Because who knows?
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
It could be going good, and then they ready up and it crashes.
Yeah. Like they all topped out and it's gone already. Game looks whack.
What we're saying here, folks, is be prepared for anything.
I like how through a series of clumsy miscommunications, we went from the hoodie girl on the right to, oh, I was thinking of this hoodie girl, and I said, oh, did you mean that hoodie girl? And then someone in chat was like, that reminds me of this hoodie girl, and like, none of these are honest guesses at who this character is on the right. It's just like, I could think of a girl. Here's a girl.
It's Tao Kaka from Blaze Blue. This is what she actually looks like.
I don't know Blaze Blue.
Litenang.
Single thing.
That is the hoodie girl from Blaze Blue.
Litenang has sent me an image, which is like a more professionally drawn version of his avatar, and I cannot show it on stream. Alright.
Man.
Looks good though.
But so now only you can be the one to find out who it is.
Dude, I have no idea. Okay, it's panda. I can tell you that much. The color is definitely white and black.
It's a panda hoodie.
She has brown hair, blue eyes. She's not wearing a lot.
Anime girl wears a panda hoodie. Oh, it went for Kaide.
Anime girl. I mean, maybe I can reverse image search this.
Probably. I got a ton of matches for Kaide.
Isn't this the girl you linked earlier?
Yeah. You're so brave to be searching this while streaming. Like I don't know what you could possibly do to somehow accidentally get it on stream, but I would still be so nervous.
I think it's just some generic girl. I don't think this is someone special.
Brown hair, blue eyes.
It says original.
Oh. What? Yeah, Kaide's got brown eyes.
God. I will tell you the text to this image, but I can't. It's really funny. Alright, let's see how the game is going. I think the game is going pretty well. We're almost ready.
No, that's not it. CFP.
This character, I'm pretty sure, is no one particular. Because it has the original tag on pixie.net. It's like Japanese DeviantArt, I think.
Oh, this isn't a panda hoodie. This is like panda pajamas.
Did you find it?
No.
No, the one that Myth was talking about.
Hold on, I can send this. Well, I shouldn't send this in moderators.
Do not send this!
No, it moderators. It's fine.
Oh, jeez.
Are we ready? We're not quite ready. Neither players. They look like the game is working, at least.
Yeah, I'm hopeful.
Also, there's new music, so I have game audio, but still have rank.
I bet this game's music would be cool.
This game's music would be so 90s.
I'm just imagining it being in the same wheelhouse as Initial D, like some running in the 90s.
Some Eurobeat stuff?
Yeah.
Alright, Litenang is ready, and Knighty just looks pretty ready, so let me make sure the game is correct. The game looks correct. Here is the game. This Millennium Racer. Year 2000 fighters, I guess. PC.
I didn't know it.
The
had
fact
the
it comes on a separate, the music comes on a separate CD, seeing the game in motion makes a whole lot of sense now.
Yeah, this is a really old PC game. It's a racing game. It's got an F-Zero / Wipeout style aesthetic. And it's pretty cool. I was surprised. It was weird that it was like an old PC game getting it running and like it would crash when I alt-tabbed. So like there's a world where this just got rejected, but it was cool enough that we tried to see if we could do anything about it, and TPC was able to find a way to repackage it. I think with DX, when it was something, the good program that.
But this has music.
It has music on this menu, yeah. And then once you get in game, it just.
This is the exact music that I was imagining.
Yeah.
90s trance.
Yeah. Anyway, TPC got it working, so the players are able to race it, and that's good. It's surprisingly forgiving. You can, if you like hit a wall or something, like it's not going to rebound you and turn you the wrong way, and you're just completely screwed. The AI is not too difficult. I was in first place most of the time, and the tracks are very cool. They do some pretty wild stuff. There's a couple parts of it that kind of repeat, and you can kind of see it coming or whatever. but there's just a lot of racing games got some kind of problem. Like there's some kind of enemies are shooting rockets at you and you have no control over it, and it's RNG, or they rubber band super hard and the first half of the race doesn't matter. None of that here. It's just good, solid racing. And there's 5 laps per each track too, so you get to really kind of dig down and learn and master each track with the time you spend on it.
What do these numbers mean on the right tracks?
It says score, so I'm assuming that's the score you need in like the previous races to be allowed to move on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. I don't like. I prefer if there's some kind of fail state to these like racing game races that we've been doing. If it's only time trials, then everyone's so close together.
Yeah, but I don't mind that because even if it just looks like they're 10 seconds apart or whatever, the 10 seconds is really hard to get in the gameplay. As long as there isn't some other form of gameplay, like navigating the menus where you can lose that 10 seconds in one go or whatever. That sucks. Right. But otherwise, I don't got a problem with it, even if it is close.
I mean, this just seems like, the traditional thing of placements in a circuit, a little more steps.
Basically, I have no idea if these requirements are easy or hard. Like I was in first most of the time, didn't really even notice them.
Also, ID has identified this as Fusion Frenzy Core, which that's a cursed phrase. I don't want to think about that.
I liked a Blasto Core, but at this point, I don't know. Like,
it's like Gate.
Blasto, Gate.
There's like as in it's a suffix you can tag on, and it's just trance music. It's just trance.
Yeah, that's what I said.
It's like the guy who's only ever the only movie he's ever seen is Boss Baby, seeing his second movie and being like, I'm getting Boss Baby vibes from this. Like, that's what Internet Original has become.
Wow, this thing has frames and camera shots.
Yeah, it's just like Fusion Frenzy.
This looks cool. I like this. This is very un-MT, and I'm all for it.
Yeah, I'm glad it was able to be raced. I'm glad the players appear to have it set up.
Apparently you cannot skip around according to FFAO.
Oh, like
so
if you
have to do Spaceport 1, then 2, then 3.
Like if you got 15 on 1 and 2, you could skip 3, but you can't.
Right. I don't even know what laser tag core would sound.
There isn't even any music at laser tag. It sounds like laser tag is, or the way laser tag. It sounds like laser tag looks.
So like some little pew pew noises, some like clicking.
No,
some
then it would sound. That would be sounding like the way laser tag sounds. This sounds the way that laser tag looks. What studio is this? I don't know.
I think Greedcore would probably be what's that shooter that just Cruelty Squad?
I don't know. I can tell you that this was developed by Crete Studio.
Interestingly, this game was developed for PC and Dreamcast, but the Dreamcast version was never released until someone found a version of it on some dev kit.
Oh yeah, let's see that now.
Interesting. I like that kind of thing.
I mean, the Dreamcast lifespan wasn't especially long. I wouldn't be surprised if there were multiple games that never really saw release because of its very short lifespan.
What is this? What is this panel? I thought this was pulling from a Wikipedia page, and I was looking for a link to Wikipedia, but it's...
I mean on Google?
Google just has like a knowledge panel?
Yeah, sometimes they have them not from Wikipedia.
So it's just pulling this from somewhere.
Oh, new? Are they just trying to ditch Wikipedia? Is that what this is about?
Apparently this is from Eurogamer.net. This info
I
panel.
think that's just the news.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the article for the unreleased Dreamcast dev kit.
Creed Studios made Bratz Super Babies.
Wow.
Sounds like a hopscotch submission. It's for the DS. Oh my god.
Is it in the pool?
Nah, it is not. Whoa. I'm surprised that a game called Bubble Trouble, spelled Trubble, didn't jump out to Resident Gubble Lover Internet Original. What if they made a sequel to Gubble called Double Gubble or
Gubble Trouble?
Gubble Trouble?
Gubble Trouble is great. That's what we call our Zuzu game. For no real reason.
Just borrow the Gubble name?
Yeah, it's not even related.
Would the adversary of Gubble Trouble be Trouble Gubble?
No, well, I don't know. That's stupid enough, maybe it makes it in.
Alright. One racer is ready, the other hasn't said anything in like 30 minutes. But they look ready. So I think we're gonna start flying really soon.
Gubble Buggy.
Oh yeah, Buggy Racer, yeah, I've seen.
Gubble Buggy Racer, which was too buggy to actually play.
For Mystery Tournament 14, I would have Jorf test games with me by just kind of racing along. And I gave him like a big list of games or whatever, and I would always like choose one that I felt like doing, and he would just go from the top. And then it would be my turn, and I would pick another one, and then he would pick the next one from the top. And so every time I did one, we both knew what the next one was. So I did one, and then we stopped there. And so the next day, when I wanted to ask if he wanted to test, I knew that we were going to be playing Gubble, because that was it was his turn to pick, and that was the one at the top of the list. And so I asked him if he wanted to be my Gubble buddy. and then he said, "Never say that again."
I would have shut the computer down. I would have walked away.
Well, these racers are not going to be able to do that. They've got to sit here and play. So this is like, I don't know, it's fast-paced, but it's not too fast-paced. You've got a boost meter in the top left. You start with 100. If you're like me, you pretty quickly start using it and go down to 0, and then you're kind of scrounging for more boost. It slowly builds up over time, but it's not too much. You can find a pickup on the track that will give you 30 more boosts when you come across it, and then you'll probably burn through that pretty quick. Yeah, this thing. You jump up and grab it. Bam, 30 boost. Yellow stuff on the track is bad. Jumping over it is good, but jumping in general is bad. You seem to go slower in the air, at least as far as I could tell. And this green thing that Knighty got, that's super speed for a little bit.
The music on Rainwave was so fitting that I thought for a second that it was game audio.
Yeah.
Like, this music could be from this game.
Totally.
Absolutely.
I was like, wait, is this from the game?
Rainwave is one of those things that lets you like vote for stuff, right? So we could have our viewers all go on Rainwave and pick like trance Eurobeat stuff.
Is that just a plugin?
You can just go to the website. Yeah.
Rainwave.org, I think.
PC. Rainwave.cc.
Yeah. But you got to make an account if you want to vote. It's kind of a hassle.
Oh.
Big jump from Knighty, ends up off course a little bit. Not too punishing, though. Knighty's currently in third, Litenang currently in first.
Litenang is taking a pretty commanding lead in this first course here, yeah.
Brainwave.gaming. Oh, man. Yeah, Twitch will turn any .6-letter thing into a link, so... Anyway, this is a Mega Man song we're listening to, actually. I heard it a little bit earlier. Litenang's still in first. Knighty's eyeing first place, kind of coming up behind. Like F-Zero, there are strips you can drive over to get more boost. Or no, it's not boost, it's speed. I didn't figure this out until like 5 tracks in. I knew it was probably good, so I always tried to be in the yellow. But I was always kind of boosting through it, so I couldn't tell if I was actually gaining or losing boost or what the interaction was. But it's speed. It speeds you up when you drive through the yellow. There's a lot of like top path, bottom path kind of stuff going on.
There do seem to be some like hazard strips on the side that slow you down. It looked like when lightning hit them.
Yeah, if there's some... Generally it's like kind of striped. If there's striped stuff on the ground, you probably don't want to touch it. Knighty passes and is in first place. We can take a look at their in-game times. Oh, Litenang off the track. Was this the final lap?
I don't know where that information is.
Should be somewhere. I'm trying to tell if the screen's just so blurry I can't read it.
There's name, time, and lap, and it's really hard for me to tell because the bitrate of the streams. But Litenang is on 4 and Knighty is also on 4 now, but he was on 3.
Okay.
But it's like really hard to tell because it's a tiny number and it's red. Red is really bad for bitrate stuff.
Oh, down at the bottom there. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's fun. I can see the other numbers fine under Discord screen share, but the red ones are just gone.
Red doesn't do so well with low bitrate.
Okay, lap 4 out of 5.
Oh, no, it's bigger. But it means lap 4 was finished, because he's now on lap 5.
Yes.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't see a running timer for total track time, just lap time.
Right. I mean, it might add it up after you're done, but yeah, it doesn't detail that as you're going.
This music isn't very fitting.
They can't all be winners.
So turning is kind of strange. If you turn a little bit, you don't lose much speed at all. But then once you start, you hit like a threshold. I was going to say you hit a turning point, but I don't want to be confusing. Eventually you turn so far, like it's not like a clean gradual process of like 0 to 90 degrees or whatever. It feels like 0 to 20 is turning like this, and then like 20 to 60 is turning like that, and it's just different. It's just sharper. You're going to come out with a lot less speed.
Like the turns themselves have acceleration.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd say that exactly. You won. So you need to hit escape on this screen here. Otherwise you're just watching these racers finish. I can't remember. I said in my tester notes that this should be added to the pace bin. I don't remember if that actually made it in.
Let's take a look.
Yeah, escape menu, used to advance to next track after a race. So this is a shame. This is like what you were saying, Maurice, where they're going to be very close in the races, and so a mistake like that is so hard to make up during the races.
Especially since
it's still going. Still needs to hit escape. I think, right? Or
Wait,
is
no,
this
he's
track 2?
Wait, this is the same track again.
Yeah.
There it is.
Wait, is his stream going crazy or something?
No,
I
that's
think-
just what happens if you don't press escape to go to the
Oh,
next
it's like
track.
the replay.
He was stuck in the replay.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. That was like 30-40 seconds or something. That was crazy.
Yeah, that's devastating. It's going to be so hard to make up 40 seconds.
That was
in a
absolutely
racing
crazy
game.
how long he waited there.
I'm very. I don't like it when stuff is decided by little goofs like that
Again,
instead
people.
of good play.
Read the pace bin.
It's weird. You don't think to make sure like what does the escape button do, right? Like it's weird. I don't
Yes,
fault players too
I will
strongly.
agree with you for that.
So this is kind of, I think Lightning did a big jump after picking up the speed and going over that gap, and then saw how much speed you lose in the air. So like next time around, got the big speed boost and then just kind of drove left. And there you can see if you turn too hard, you can really turn your car around and lose a bunch of speed. So I think if you're driving way above these speed things on the ground, you're still getting the speed boost. You can kind of listen and hear the like shoo.
Yeah, otherwise they wouldn't do anything.
Oh, there's like a rock in the air that just knocked Knighty off of the course. That sucks. Lightning's doing a good job of finding the paths that have the speed boost on these sort of triple splits. Going into the tunnel with a lot of speed is Lightning, and I can see them feathering the turn so as not to turn too hard.
Yeah, they seem to have picked up on the peculiarities pretty quickly.
Hammered that pillar, unfortunately. Came to a complete stop.
Knighty also not doing too badly. Maybe smacking into one or two more things than Lightning does, but, hanging in there.
Riding the right wall a little bit, which had this really jagged shape. Like in a lot of other games, you would have hit that and just stopped cold dead or been sent flying off the track or whatever. This game is a lot more forgiving with stuff like that.
Yeah, that also happens with the rails. You can just sort of ride them and not lose too much speed instead of just grinding to a halt, like shearing your bumper off or whatever happens.
Mm-hmm. Whoop.
Oh,
Just a little reminder who's racing.
Sorry, my mistake. I misclicked.
going back to guess the anime girl for a short bit.
No, we're definitely done with that game. I liked what Lightning did there, jumping up to grab the boost and also turning onto the speed boost track on the right. It's definitely the right move, but just kind of messed up the transition and hit the wall, got sent back down where you're not speed boosting anymore. Oh no. So Lightning is almost a lap ahead. It's kind of interesting. I found myself getting better, like obviously getting better at the courses as I did more laps, but better enough that I would have more speed than I was used to having my next time around. And that would change how I had to approach the course.
Right, you'd smack into something that you dodged easily last time.
Lightning barely gets up top and does hit the wall in the same way, but kind of had less speed, so it stays up top this time. And is right behind Knighty, sort of visually, but is a full lap ahead. One more lap for Knighty.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, just a very quick menu from Lightning to go to the next track. It's just right on top of that.
I was just going to ask if the announcer said "right on, man, cool."
Yeah, that's absolutely what he said. Oh, Lightning is jumping, wants to hit the speed stuff, so is like jumping to land on it, but it's so much slower to jump that I feel like you lose any advantage you would get from going faster on the speed boost.
Yeah, at that point you're better served just staying on the track. I feel that speed booster itself is not worth it, because like if you go onto it, you could just fly off, and that's gonna cost you a ton more time.
It's pretty risky, but I don't. It's wide enough, and the game is forgiving enough that I found myself able to do it. And I'm not particularly good at racing games, so I think that's something these players could do. Knighty is waiting on this screen again for a long time. You can hit the button. You can hit the button.
Knighty,
you can hit the button.
Please.
Oh no!
Does he think he has to wait for the other racers to finish before he can get out?
-47 is what it says on the screen. That's a lot of seconds.
Oh, buddy.
Okay, there it is. Lightning with a lot more speed, hitting the railing, rounding the corner that time. And how much speed you have really depends on what jumps you make on this section with the holes in the floor too. So this track was one of, I think most of them are going to be like this from now on as they get more difficult, where you do a track and then you do it better, but you make new mistakes because you're not used to going this fast, and then you figure out how to fix those mistakes for the third lap and so on until you finally refine it.
And yeah, I believe like the fact it gives you 5 laps to do all these, that in itself is a little odd.
Oh my!
Like that it gives you that much time to get better at the track.
Lightning relying on these railings to keep them on the course, but extremely well done. Knighty relying on some jumps to give himself more control. Just barely misses the track, unfortunately, and now is not going to be able to jump after the respawn.
I do feel the jumps work out much better there.
Yeah, I think part of the reason the jumps give you so much control is they slow you down also. So not only are you sort of being free of whatever the hell is happening on the ground, and maybe your turning's different in the air, I'm not really sure, but then also going slower. All of it combines to let you avoid some bad situations at the cost, ultimately, of some speed.
It kind of acts like a substitute for braking in that case.
A little bit, yeah. Oh, Lightning like lands on the railing.
I think they got pushed.
That was weird.
Like they landed on the railing and like a competitor just comes by and knocks them off.
Knighty also fell in that same area by turning too sharply, which was a mistake that I found I was making a lot. When I tried to come in with so much speed, you kind of just have to jam hard on the turn, and it's
for the
really easy to
best.
overturn.
I'm kind of... I want to know what the colors at the bottom are supposed to symbolize, because, like, you're red, but also multiple people have changed colors throughout the course of the match, so I just want to know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know. Lightning is trying to lap Knighty, who bounces off a rock and misses a ledge, so there it is, actually. Based off of the time they spent in menus, I think maybe... Yeah, that's the final lap done for Lightning, as Knighty finishes lap 3. 2 laps ahead now.
That also confirms that it is the aggregate to pass on. Because they had a 22, 23, and a 20. And they could enter the one that needs a 30.
Yeah. Getting into some tougher tracks now. The third world is not afraid to throw some tighter turns with some obstacles and stuff. The teeth in that tunnel in particular are pretty hard to dodge.
Yeah, the physics of some of these obstacles seem like they're much more of a hassle than the previous stage, where Lightning was getting bounced back and forth between those girders.
Lightning got like bounced out and then was driving on the lava and then got reset back on the track. Knighty jumping all over, wibbly wobbly, does stay on the track but has not a lot of speed. Still one more lap to go. Tried to go for the left path, realized didn't have enough speed, pulled away. It's a massive jump.
That was about a 1 minute and 45 second lap from Knighty, so not Knighty, Lightning. So this course might go on for a bit, it seems like.
Yeah, there's 9 tracks in this goal, and it took the testers like around 55 minutes. These are some pretty substantially long races.
Why is he waiting for the countdown?
I don't know, Maurice.
He already pressed escape last time.
He did do that.
I think he's waiting for this screen to come up.
Oh man, imagine if it turns out escape didn't work before for a 90.
Look, he was
That would
pressing
be
it, like,
heartbreaking.
just mashing the hell out of it, and like, god damn it.
Yeah. Have fun retiming that.
I mean, we have all of their lap times. We could just add that to... It's
Yeah,
perfect,
also,
actually.
like, just on that last performance, like, Lightning had a 20, Knighty had a 10. So even with that, Lightning took that track better.
Yeah. I don't know how good or bad the AI is in terms of like what kind of times it gets based off of how you're doing or any of that.
It doesn't seem like there's egregious rubber banding. Like, when you get a lead, you seem to keep that lead fairly well. Like, you can be caught up to, but it takes a while of like getting bounced around and losing time for them to catch up.
Yeah, that was the sense I got when I played it. Oh, Lightning jumps early. hits the roof of the tunnel and gets knocked back. Some pretty wild track stuff going on. It just splits into like 4 girders you gotta drive along. They start bending up and down at different angles. Oh, lightning cuts that turn just a little bit too short.
I feel that's a definite benefit of the jump with sections like that girder split. Like, you just need to land on a girder and then jump to mostly, like, get past the section.
Yeah, it becomes almost like a platforming game.
See you later. Oh my.
I do not like this giant centipede thing hanging out above the track here.
Whoa. Knighty doesn't like it either. Got distracted by it, was zigzagging all over the place. I never found a good way to deal with slopes. Like I don't know, like if it's better to like jump over a bit of sloped track than it is to just drive up the sloped track.
I mean, the slope track also, like, at the end, makes you airborne for a bit.
Yeah.
So even if you just drive it, you kind of jump anyway.
But then it like chains into this other one, and then you kind of come down on top of the, like in the middle of the slope. And in something like Excite Bike, that would be terrible. But like in this game, it's probably fine. Lightning with a lot of speed in the Tooth Tunnel. What? That's pretty crazy turns.
I don't want to think about that sentence.
Nope. Lightning is at the other side.
Now you're back at the centipede again. Let's see if they take this a little. Is it raining blood? Is that what's happening?
I don't know. I think the Discord view is mischaracterizing what's happening a little bit.
No, I can confirm that there's like red stuff coming down from the sky.
Great.
Where are we? What is happening?
This is war. That's what this series of tracks is called. First one was Spaceport, and then the second one is War, and the third one's like Inki.
Where's Pinky and Blinky and Clyde?
Maybe they're later on. I never played that far. Lightning has got as far as War 2. Oh, Knighty.
Knighty is on lap 4 of War 1 right now.
New track, new hazards. Lightning driving through the hazard strip a little bit.
They do like that T-girder placement in a tunnel, though.
Yeah,
That's
this part
part of it,
is
yeah.
crazy. You gotta do these jumps over these split paths, and there's speed boosters on top of the split paths that are boosting you while you're in the air, going over top of them.
That leads straight into, like, hell centipede girders.
And just like a bunch of hexagons. Some of them are speed boosters. I really liked how different the track design was in this game.
Oh, and we have moving machinery now, too.
The music. This is the soundtrack to war, everybody.
Wait, that's not a pit. You could just go in there and come out.
Yeah, the track is kind of weird in a lot of spots. Like the centipede thing, you can drop down early, and there's track down there. It's fine.
So it's just like a time penalty instead of being a complete stop. Okay, we're gonna put you back here, take that again.
Right. In some cases, it might be better. I don't know. It's just a different route.
Also, thank you.
Bikun, I think, is how I would say it.
Fikun, for the raid. You've caught us in the middle of Knighty and Litenang racing their way through Millenium Racer, Y2K fighters.
Lightning's got a pretty big lead. Unfortunately, it's just due to some menu errors on Knighty's part. Maybe more so than driving. This green screen that pops up here, Knighty can hit escape to skip this, and Litenang has been doing this the whole race. And Knighty hasn't. And so if they don't start doing that, they will lose, for sure. You would have to drive so much better than your opponent to save this much time. It's just not the way that racing games work, especially one like this that's so generous. Like, there's no way to get completely turned around, go the wrong way, completely blow up and have to start over a track entirely. Like, none of that happens. You're kind of always making constantly forward progress.
There's also the fact that, from what we've generally seen, Litenang has also been the better racer. Just like taking one or two fewer impacts on things.
Yeah, I don't know. The 10 points definitely seem to indicate that. I don't know if I've really been able to see enough of a difference one way or the other.
They seem pretty close on this War 2 segment. Like in how they're taking the tracks and everything.
Let's take a look at some of these lap times. Maybe that'll be a good way to do things. Obviously, this is Knighty's first lap, and Litenang's like third or fourth or something, so it's not quite fair to compare these two.
So yeah, Litenang's about 10 seconds faster, but we'll see Knighty likely improve.
Nice jump from Litenang, barely kept the thing low enough to not hit the ceiling. Is coming into this section with a ton of speed, is all over the place.
This part confuses me so much. Like,
it's wild.
It looks like it should be really harmful to miss the strips, but Litenang barely has any time on those, spends a bunch of time at the gullies, and just gets shot out anyway.
Yeah, well, if you're above them, like jumping over them, you're still getting the speed boost along. So you can be spending almost no time driving along them, but still spending a lot of time above them. I never once ever went through that section the same way. There's a 102 for Knighty's second lap, which is what Litenang was getting on their final lap.
Yeah, he definitely evened it up there. And it doesn't seem like outside the lava there's really any way to, like, pause or lose time, so this should be pretty consistent for the both of them, at least. Litenang moving on to War 3.
Yeah, War 3, it's featuring some of the same assets. There's another tunnel with teeth in it. There's another centipede thing where you can drop down early. A racer gets in the way, bops Lightning into the teeth. We haven't seen the racers be too much of an obstacle for our two players. But early on, and maybe some of these later tracks, the AI is a little bit better. And that means on that first lap or whatever, you got to battle with them a little bit.
We had these holes that we saw in War 1, but now they're electrified. I assume that means they work like the lava.
I never touched any of them. I don't know. It seemed bad, so I tried not to.
Well, I'm sure we'll find out. Somebody's got to hit something.
Nearly a 7-minute lap for Knighty. It's looking pretty good on this crazy section. Jumping a lot intentionally, which is giving him a lot of control, but again, I'm pretty sure you do go a lot slower in the air.
I mean, there's also so many speed boosters on this, like, particular stage.
What I want to do is take a look at the speedometer, because it's up there. It's the bar graph, the one on the right, that's green, and then at the top of it is red. That's an indicator of how fast you're going. I guess there's also a number, but I want to eye it. I want to see someone jump and then see the number go down, sort of thing.
It is going down when they jump. You're correct about that. It seems when they jump, like, their max speed goes to around, like, 650. Of course, not in this section, because they still have the strips that they're under.
Oh, Lightning, after completing the second lap, still has two opponents who are sort of driving with him. He knocks one of them off the track. Knighty just barely grabbed the boost, which was nice, but then skidded a little bit too far, hit the wall, lost a lot of speed.
101 for Knighty's final lap. And still sitting at this bit. Oh my god. Number 4 is a full minute back. Oh.
Yeah. A little bit of editorializing from Maurice running the dashboard. In a lot of ways, Knighty is already dead. Unless this... I don't know. I think it's fair to say there is a thing in the pace bin, and that it's on the player's responsibility to read it, and it's on the player's responsibility to press buttons and find out what they do in a game. But also, I think it would be fair to say that a race decided by something as goofy as this is dumb. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I'd agree with you, but also, like, it just seems from the performance of both of them that we've seen that, well, I mean, Knighty's last performance on that war stage was also pretty damn good. But I feel that Lightning would be the winner even if you just stuck to just race times.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. I don't know.
But also, yeah, if it comes to that, it comes to that, and we'll cross that bridge when we do so.
Speedrun jumps constantly and can keep above 1200 speed. That sounds fun.
What do you think the speedometer is in? Like kilometers, miles, parsecs?
Yeah, some space unit, I think. It's listing the distance and just dist.
Wait, I just noticed the speedometer. It has like a bar above it, which is a graph of the speed over time, and then the green bar that is straight right above boost and speed. It got like yellow sections whenever you wear on boosters. Really hard to tell because it's really thin and this game is a bit red color. But like,
Yeah.
see, you got like blue, which is braking, then yellow for Knighty right now because he was on the boosting thing. There's some more blue. Now yellow.
Is that what's happening when the competitors' names are changing color? Because like Meteor right now on Lightning screen was teal, and Knighty's Guga was yellow for a bit.
I have no idea what that's about. Yellow could mean they're boosting, but teal, I don't know. That doesn't add up.
But also,
new
they all
track.
seem to be the same. When they change color, they change to the same color that they always had. Like, Meteor's always teal, Guga's always yellow.
Lightning is going crazy in another one of these really split up, chunked up speed booster high, slow, low sections.
This seems like it would be kind of a nightmare to see what's going on.
We got a tunnel. You can go left to right. The right tunnel has a little bit of a speed booster, I think, and that's it. Oh no, it has this. It has this boost ring. So generally is better. It's a slightly tighter turn, I guess, to get in there, but I think it's worth it. Oh, the end of this track is pretty wild. Lightning is driving around the outside right now. And I guess it kind of becomes the inside on this section. But you can jump up, and then there's speed boosters up there. And probably, very often when you try that, you're on like the
Gonna go
outside of a
flying off
turn.
the edge.
Yeah.
It also seemed like there was some teal-colored space fog.
Yeah, well, that's just kind of the game's draw distance limitations, I think.
Ah, okay.
But that section, it's possible to do some pretty wild stuff because it's just entirely speed booster up there the whole way.
See you later.
And also, all of this is speed booster if you stick to the transparent sections. Lightning taking the other tunnel, seeing what's down there.
Yeah, okay, so it does have the same power strip. Or speed strip, or whatever it is. But then no ring, and then you come out the bottom instead of the top. Knighty just barely clipping the speed boost power up.
Oh, geez. Oh, this is a triple layer track.
Yep. And there's having trouble staying up top. Yeah, that was my experience.
We'll see if that worked out for them in the times. Even with the jump down and railing thing.
134 lap time. Knighty done with the previous track. Lightning is already going to be like 2.5 laps ahead.
Yeah, this is really rough. Lightning is electing to stay on the center portions there, instead of going to the speed boost portions.
Well, in the tunnel, these strips here, those are bad strips. Those are
No,
hazard strips.
not in the tunnel, in the lead up to the tunnel. Like, you have those gray areas and then what look like glass areas that have speed booster on them. And I'm just wondering, like, is it a graphical issue? Do they look muddy over there?
Take a look next time. Knighty's getting a first look at this track, is staying on the speed boosters with these jumps, actually. Pretty impressive sight reading. Jumps in. Would have been... If they had just jumped straight, it would have been perfect. They would have gone over the railing, would have cut a corner even. It would have been great.
Yeah.
Why is Knighty just waiting there? We don't know. They just haven't realized you can hit the button earlier.
See ya.
And yeah, the section Knighty hit earlier and what Lightning is coming up to right now is what I'm talking about. The glass paneling seems to have speed booster in it.
What, on the sides?
No, like, after Lightning comes out here, this glass at the...
No.
That's not speed booster.
No.
Okay.
It's
Never
bad
mind
stuff. You're right, it's not striped like the other stuff. But it is bad. Knighty jumps immediately, recognizing, like, I've got too much speed for this turn. I'm gonna jump and see if that gives me a chance to make this turn. And it did, but then turned too sharply and fell off the inside of the track instead. Lightning still unable to figure out how to handle this final section.
It's a hard section.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the game does not just let you go over the edge there. Like that. Any other racing game would just have that be a thing.
Yeah. F-Zero would kill you. You wouldn't like lose. It wouldn't reset you. It wouldn't bring you to the start of the lap even. Like you're just like, you are dead. And if you ran out of lives, you would start the entire cup over again.
Lightning is on their final lap of the stage. Seems to be keeping up a good pace. Like in the 1.5 minute lap time.
Whoa. Crazy stuff from Knighty. Repeated jumping to try to maintain enough control to stay on the speed boost.
Whoa. Whoa.
That's what's possible if you stay in that speed boost for that whole section.
And then you just ride the invisible wall on the outside.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's the only way to do it with that much speed. I don't know. Oh, no invisible wall that time.
That's open.
See you later.
136.
Yeah,
for Knighty's lap
136
time.
from 90.
Lightning's stream has gotten so blurry on our end, I don't know if I'm even going to be able to read the lap time. Oh. There it
Their
goes.
previous lap time seemed to be like 130, 133.
Takes this turn a lot better. So a final lap of 127 something for
Yep.
Lightning.
I do wonder if those, like that better score on Spaceport 3 is going to, like, account for Lightning moving on, but keep Knighty from not.
No, I really doubt it. Man, if Knighty can just harness the power of riding that speed booster for as long as he does, that would be really good. Unfortunately, loses all his speed at the end, which is, you want to come out of that with your speed.
Yeah. Hitting the wall like that might actually be more of a detriment then.
So Knighty is only on lap 3 out of 5, but that's like 7 seconds slower than Lightning's final lap, so we'll see if Knighty is shaving 7 seconds off by the time he gets 2 more runs around the course. Pretty cool stuff from Lightning. The main track goes off to the left, but if you watch the CPUs, they just jump over the wall and go right and are just riding on a bunch of hexagons that are effectively like sort of background decoration if you were just driving on the main course.
But they're also just kind of like that they could be teaching you another way to approach the course as well.
I mean, yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. God, a lot of this looks so similar to like the one Lightning just did.
Yeah. Oh, missed the jump. Here's Knighty again, riding all this speed, hits the wall. And then, yeah, only coming out with like 500 on the speedometer is not where you want to be, I think.
Yeah, I think that's really hurting him. As opposed to Lightning, who was only getting like, you know, spits and bursts up there, but like they definitely didn't lose as much speed. Being
At
in
2
the bottom.
seconds off the lap time. Still 5 to go to catch Lightning's final lap. Lightning is going to jump off and join the other racers on these hexagons. I think it's better to get to the hexagons earlier. There's like more speed boosters if I remember right. Or maybe it's just the angle. Like it's just more straight on.
$134.40 for Litenang. Yeah, the railings don't really slow you down if you slam into them. Like, they just kind of curve you out.
Mm-hmm. And the game's also pretty forgiving about letting you, like, do a jump. Like, as long as you just barely touch a floor anywhere, you can just go ahead and do a jump. And probably that will give you enough control to steer and find ground to maybe... Even if that angle is horrible, you can just do another jump.
Yeah. Like we've seen both competitors use that to their advantage multiple times on, like, the raised strips to just kind of blow through the portion.
Yeah. You're number 1, and then this green screen pops up for... Oh, that was pretty quick. Lightning got caught, fell off the track, and then got put down in an awkward place. Was able to sort of get back on track. Yeah, now Internet Visual can't even rely on that 30-second.
Nope. If we go back in real-time, we're looking at proper investigative work.
Lightning's going way too fast to have any chance of turning to catch that boost ring. And would really like a piece of some of these boost strips, but didn't get it at all. I'm watching the speedometer. It doesn't really go down on these jumps the way that I would expect it to. I think maybe it's not a thing. Maybe it's keeping your speed, but like it's not your like horizontal speed. It's like that is your speed, but you're pointing it up into the air, and so you're not going as far forwards as you could be.
Right. No, I see what you're saying. I think that that reads like you definitely don't seem like you're going as far forward when you're jumping, even if your speed is the same.
Or maybe it was more like I was only ever jumping in bad situations that were the actual reason I was losing speed more so than the act of jumping itself. Knighty coming into the speed booster section pretty slow, but I guess Lightning's not much faster.
Yeah, this is the... No, I was thinking of the other section where Lightning's been coming in with the hexagons, where they always come in, like, right after going off the edge.
I don't know if Knighty lost track of which railing they were supposed to jump over on this track, but it was not the one that they tried to jump over.
Ugh.
Lightning still isn't jumping over onto the hexagons either. It opts to go around the corners and then come in afterwards.
They might just be missing when they're supposed to jump to get on early. Lightning
Final
moving
track
on
now.
Yep. And I think Knighty is on the second lap for the penultimate track.
That's what I would guess, just knowing how far I think they should be behind from the menu mistakes. But I don't remember if this is their second or third one.
Well, I'm just saying from what I remember, I think we've only seen one lap from them on this track so far. This last track Lightning is on seems a lot more open. Already led to a fair amount of just instances where Lightning has been punted off the stage.
It's back in another one of these tunnels. I'm pretty sure it's the same tunnel as before. Oh, right. I remember the end of this track being pretty weird. There's all these pyramids just thrown in here. At one point, I completely, like, the track just, like, gets cut off entirely by a pyramid, so I had no idea where it went, and I went right, and the track went left, and I was just completely lost in the pyramids for a little bit.
I have several questions that I don't expect to be answered. Oh, that was, yeah, just a little too short. Takes a header into the sky.
There's probably all kinds of shortcuts you can do with jumping over parts of the track. As long as you've got enough speed and you save your boost for certain parts.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if there was some, like, Mario Kart-esque jumping into level scenes and, like, going around levels so that you're coming at the last segment, but tricking the game into thinking that you've completed an entire lap in 5 seconds.
Driving around out of bounds and hitting just enough of the invisible checkpoints so that the game thinks you're actually going around the track.
Exactly.
All kinds of stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I'd be interested to know. Knighty, unfortunately, with a really bad start to this lap, got into the sort of rumble strips that hurts your speed so much.
I think Lightning also had a pretty bad start, mostly from just taking the open section and getting knocked off the track about 3 times. Oh no, I'm sorry, Knighty's still in the second one.
Yeah.
Knighty does take the early hexagons and is getting speeds of about 1,000. So I think that definitely paid off for him.
Yeah, that was really good. Oh, unfortunately couldn't get around the racer at the end to take first place. Lightning on this one section, very reminiscent of that 3-layer speed booster thing, except there's room on the left side as well.
See, he is stuck in even more places.
Yeah, both instances of this thing, on all 5 laps, I never really figured out a way to get through it cleanly.
Yeah, this section in particular seems very nasty.
Lightning doing a good job of getting onto the wall and onto that power strip to pass by an opponent that was taking up space in a narrow tunnel. Knighty's first look at this really tricky section, kind of all over the place. Alright, not too bad.
Yeah, generally going forward, that's about what you want to see.
Oh, it came out with way too much speed after that, though.
Yeah, it's going all that strip into the lap strip into this. This just seems mean in a way we haven't seen from the game before.
Knighty hits a ledge and then also gets knocked from behind by racers. And now has to try to pass them in the tunnel, but it looks like the boost strip's going to help out with that. Nicely done. Lightning has not seen the first place guy in a while.
Meteor really... Oh, there's the first guy. But yeah, Meteor keeping up with his name.
I guess they go fast. I don't know how fast spoons go. Apparently good enough for 3rd place. Well, yeah, Lightning just couldn't stay on. Knighty couldn't even stay on the track.
Still gets a decent lap time of like 119.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That is a finish.
There is the dot done. Wait, no, there is not the dot done. That is the finish of the goal, though. We should be seeing a dot done.
Does
yet
Lightning think that...
Oh, Racebot gives voice to Lightning 55. Done. Dot done. 1 hour, 12 minutes is the official SRL time.
Not a bad time at all for a goal that was this long. Seems like some generally good times. Like if we're, I think the 20s and above are generally first place finishes. So that's like, you know, over half this goal is first place for Lightning.
Yeah, I think I was first on all but 2. I was close on those ones, and FFAO was faster than me even, so I have a feeling FFAO was always first. I just wish I wanted to see the version of this race where the menus weren't a thing.
Where either both of them menu perfectly or both of them didn't menu at all.
Yeah, well, if I had to choose between those two, I guess that there's one I would prefer, but
Yes.
either of those would be better. Alright, we got a good music track for the final track of this game.
At least the second one would also be funny in a please just read the pace button sort of way.
Yeah, I mean, I found that button even when it wasn't in the paste bin pretty quick. It was weird, but I did hit it. Because I was like, this doesn't seem right.
A 115.
Knighty avoiding the speed boosters in the opening section is avoiding the track entirely. And then hits the little honeycomb thing.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, Lightning had similar issues on this track at the beginning. And here too as well, I think.
Yeah. The hexagons are powerful.
Yeah. Can't underestimate a hexagon, turns out. They'll get you.
Oh, there is a finished racer.
Thank you, Maurice.
No problem.
That was you then?
Yeah, it was me. Knighty,
Okay.
doing a pretty good job. They're so close to doing something magical at the end. Didn't quite put it together. So 103.28 is Knighty's time. Yeah, I didn't pay close enough attention to enough lap times to confidently say one way or the other that Lightning was driving better. If I had to guess, I'd say yeah.
They both have 20s on 5 or Knighty does have a 12 on War 2, where Lightning has a 10.
Yeah, has a 20 on the final track, whereas Lightning only has a 10.
But
If
also
you-
Knighty has a 10 on Spaceport 3.
Yeah, the differential between the two players is literally a point based off of these totals.
Yeah.
I don't know how much that means exactly.
Oh, it's at
Oh, it
the
is
bottom in
adding.
red.
Yeah, I couldn't read the red on the right side anyway because it's still moving.
So from the pace bin, it says 20 points for a first place finish, 10 for a second, and no points for third or below. You also gain a handful of points based on the time difference between you and the other racers.
It records best lap, but not total lap. Oh no, okay, that was just best laps.
Also, it records it in red. I don't.
Great.
These are total times, though, so you could go through and compare them. We have to.
How does it look on their actual streams?
I mean, we could also have them take them down in like a notepad or something and submit that. That's pretty kludgy, but like if the alternative is screenshots of every time.
It's legible if you look at the players' individual streams, or at least Litenang's is.
Okay.
And Spaceport 1 is a 524.89.
Wow. 626.40 versus 630.
Yeah. I guess judges are deliberating on how to handle this.
Yeah, it looks like ID is asking them to scroll through, recording their times, and we'll tabulate them.
Big difference on Spaceport 3.
Is that a 502 versus 523?
21 seconds difference.
Yeah, that's huge. We having some stream connection issues, it looks like.
Lightning 2 seconds faster on War 1.
$5.16 for Knighty on War 2.
It seemed like generally Knighty was doing better on the later tracks.
Yeah. But we'll see if that's enough to, like, this is a half-minute lead so far for Litenang.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Okay, yeah, Lightning's War
608.
2. Go ahead.
608 for War 3. Knighty's already moved on to Inki 3. I don't know what it was.
$7.52 for Inki 1. $7.16 for Inki 2.
Yep. Interesting that it records your max speed on the track. And then 656 is 17 seconds slower than 90 on the final track.
That is indeed a big time loss.
This would have been really close.
If only the game hadn't required you to press escape, or it told you to press escape to skip that screen.
It's a weird button, especially because I was playing with stuff bound to a keyboard, or to a controller from keyboard keys. So I was like taking my hands off of my input device to hit a different button.
I mean, this is... What is this? This is like turn of the Millennium PC, so still nobody knew what they were doing. We have all the times. So now we're just waiting for the decision.
After this race, we're gonna take a break. Mystery Funhouse is gonna go down, and then we'll come back.
Hour and a half later?
About an hour, actually. The setup took a while, and then it was a long race.
Sure enough. We do have a comment from Litenang, 10 out of 10, not good MT game. So, generally enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm curious what about it is not a good mystery tournament game. Not a lot of place for differentiators. It is true that the times are always going to be close. A massively amazing player versus someone who's pretty bad is only going to be separated like 10 minutes or something. Two racers who are pretty close are going to be pretty close, but it's a different scale when you're talking about a racing game. 5 seconds in a platformer is nothing. 5 seconds in a racing game is a pretty big difference. So I think it's still meaningful, especially if you decide to just look at the times that you got in the track. Oh my god. Internet Original calculated the times for both players. It's literally an exact tie.
Oh god.
So I guess Internet Original is giving the win to Litenang because of the menuing. Literally a tie. That's crazy.
What a
no
race.
music. No music is a pretty big sin. Driving in silence for 55 minutes or whatever. Not great. But yeah, counter to your point, you guys finished north of an hour or whatever, and you were literally tied, which is obviously extremely close. But FFAO managed to go like 5 minutes faster, which is, I think, pretty significant.
It went down to milliseconds, so if it's a tie, it is a tie at that. Oh, you did not record milliseconds.
That's a lot more numbers to punch in.
Did not record milliseconds.
I wouldn't want to decide a race by milliseconds anyway. Maybe, I don't know. That's pretty wild.
I mean, I don't know. I have a feeling that you get like the photo finish, you know, just like somebody's the nose of someone's vehicle crosses the line just a hair of a second before somebody else.
Falling off is worse on the timer than real time. I didn't really notice a disparity between the two. Also, Knighty fell off a lot.
Yeah, you both fell off a fair amount. Especially in the later levels where there's just so much open space and so many speed strips to make sure you go straight into the drink or the air or whatever's there.
Anyway, we don't really need any kind of tiebreaker because there's sort of one built in, which is that Lightning won the race by a minute. Typed that dot done earlier. So that's what we're going to go with. Congratulations to Litenang. We'll be back in just 50 minutes-ish for the next match. It's going to be Bregerman versus Aaron Doby, and then after that, we got a double. Bungaboo versus Piper, and Zex versus, I think I should say Aspion. I'm not sure which one they prefer. But those matches coming up later today. Go get some food, get a drink, take care of yourself. Come on back for more mystery. We'll see you then.